Child endangerment slay, excuse me? I've seen a lot of people do this trick with the monkey bars. I find it so funny that the Sims team just completely didn't realise this oversight and just let this happen. When I was younger, I only went on monkey bars once in my entire life, and I actually fell off and I winded myself and I couldn't breathe, and it was a really traumatic experience. Now I have a fear of them. When I play The Sims 4 on my laptop for 10 minutes, you see a lot of people complain, but like if you play The Sims 4 on a laptop that is not meant for gaming, of course it's going to be like that. Like, yeah, all laptops will have a dedicated graphics card chip, but they don't have like a proper graphics card. If you want to play The Sims on a laptop, I cannot stress enough, please get a gaming laptop, one with an actual proper NVIDIA graphics card or comparable product, because if you do not get one with a proper graphics card, it will be able to bake a cookie or fry an egg just like this. I could not believe the difference in the smoothness of my game when I upgraded just from a normal laptop to a gaming laptop. It is so much better. I wish I didn't open my Sims fiance's profile. In the relationship panel, it says soulmates and they're super siblings and they're engaged and they're perceived as very attractive. At least she has somebody to perceive her as very attractive. I wish I had somebody to perceive me as very attractive, but I don't. Yeah, that's kind of gross. This whole like biography system is so broken. I honestly don't know anybody who actually uses this. It's such a pointless feature. I think it came with Snowy Escape, but it doesn't really add anything to the game other than incestuousness. Unintentional incestuousness, may I add. On the subject of very, very strange romantic relations, somebody tell me what on earth this is. At first I thought, what's wrong with this? And I saw Don Lothario is having a lifetime want to fall in love with Tiffany. Who is Tiffany, you ask? Tiffany is a dog. Don, like, we know you're a very, very horny man, but I just think this is taking it a little bit too far. When you download a House of the Gallery without owning $800 of DLC. You see, the problem with the current Sims 4 gallery is that we do have a pack section, but it doesn't work properly. So let's say I want to do show base game only, but then add only city living. If I click on one of these, it contains stuff from so many packs that are clearly not city living. Like, the whole point of this section is so you can limit it to only the packs that you own, but it literally does not work. Clearly, this is just a stupid capitalistic way. Intentionally, the EA does it to try and bully you into buying more packs because you think, oh, I really, really want this build, but I don't own all these packs, so let me buy them all. I just think it's so shady. Like, why can't they just give us an option to sort by only owned packs and not packs we don't own? It honestly literally drives me insane. Like, if I do base game only, it actually works by only showing you base game stuff. But if you just pick like one pack, it doesn't really work. It shows you all of this stuff. Not to boast, but I just got 18 out of 21 guests to sit down and eat at the table. Well, let's see you try and get 21 guests to sit down at a wedding with my wedding stories, because that would truly be a tragedy. I guarantee not one of them would be able to sit down for longer than 5 seconds. Sims really do have a phobia of sitting on their backsides, don't they? I don't know why. I don't know what the problem is. They just do. University in The Sims 3 versus The Sims 4. So basically, like, a university in The Sims 3 was really, really fun. With The Sims 4, we still have a lot of the same kind of fun interactions, but you can't do them because the university gameplay is kind of broken and a little bit too challenging in the wrong way. 3 hours it takes to go to the class, 8 hours of homework every day. Like, I understand they were trying to make it realistic, like, university is tough, you need to work really hard, but the problem is it gets in the way so much that your sim basically can't really get even just an average grade if you try and enjoy other aspects of university life in the game. In that sense, I do honestly think The Sims 4 University failed, which is such a shame because I love it so much. I love university gameplay. I just think it could have worked out so much better in The Sims 4. So this is a person playing The Sims 2 on their old Sony Ericsson flip phone. It says a Walkman on there. Oh my god. It's literally The Sims 2, but a mobile version. Before mobile apps were a thing, we just had like a very small mobile game store. And I bet this would have cost him so much money because back in those days, mobile app games were so expensive. Not even just like buying the game, but just like browsing those stores would cost you like £1 a minute. Although this looks pretty cool, seeing that it's a really, really old mobile game. Like, I'm sure it would have taken a lot of effort. Although it looks a lot more like The Sims 1 than it does The Sims 2, it's still pretty cool that this exists. I wonder how many old Sims mobile app games are out there. I know there was a Sims bowling game that existed, and I think there was a Sims pool game too. In the Sims 4 era, we haven't really had any kind of spin-off games. They all died out in the Sims 3 era, it seems, which is a shame. I really, really miss spin-off games. I guess the closest thing we have is a Sims 3 play in the Sims Mobile, but that's it. It's just like mobile crap. They haven't really released anything that unique or interesting. How many more of these do we need? I know, tell me about it. The worst thing is they don't even really look that different, although granted, the little campers kit won't actually looks a little bit different. I actually like how this one has a very, very specific theme, that it looks kind of like a car that's made out of cardboard, and it all just looks really, really cool, and the swatches are really, really unique and interesting. This is what we want. If they want to give us a brand new crafting table, I'm fine with that, but please make it interesting like this, because the majority of them are literally just like so basic. They've literally been made with no creativity. Like, it is literally just a normal, boring table, but very, very slightly different in design. So if you play The Sims, you will completely understand the struggle here. Why do Sims always just randomly do press-ups in the most inappropriate places? It is honestly traumatizing. Like, I have never, ever, ever seen a human in real life just randomly do press-ups on the floor like that. In fact, I have once in my entire life. Just once, I remember. But other than that, guys, why do Sims do it? Why did they do anything? The Sims community right now, bring the downvotes. Fuck this broken game. Bugs. No cops and robbers. No cars. Bad base game. And then looking in amazement because we got a gendered custom pronouns update. Yeah, like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that we got the pronouns update. It's just like, yeah, it's great that we got a new feature, but does that have to come at the expense of the game being broken? The Sims team actually release a lot of updates for The Sims 4. Like, compared to a lot of games, The Sims 4, to be fair, does get a lot of updates and a lot of new free stuff, but they seem to drip feed it to us. Are we thinking it's a tactic by The Sims team just to keep us happy whenever the community complains too much? They're just like, oh, release something new to keep them happy. Shut them up for 5 minutes by giving them a random table and a chair and a light. Yeah, the problem with The Sims 4 is that it's broken at the core. Like, this game was broken literally when it was released. It was severely broken, and that is why it is still a pile of wank. I honestly wish the Sims team just completely forgot about The Sims 4 and did kind of like what Nintendo did with the Wii U. Like, when the Wii U came out, nobody really understood what it was. Everybody hated it. So they just quickly moved on to the Nintendo Switch and quickly forgot about their Wii U. I almost wish they did that with The Sims 4 and just ignored it and just moved on to The Sims 5 and completely forgot about the whole experience. Because however much they try and fix the game, however much they try and update it, it will still be a bad base game, which I think is a problem, which is one of the reasons why I always complain about how much I hate the game, because it's been out the longest. In terms of any Sims game, it has been such a long time since a new release in the Sims series, yet it's the worst game in the series, which just makes no sense to me. Well, it makes sense from a business perspective because they're still making a lot of money from it. And we know EA fucking love money, so that must be the only reason why. When you make good progress on a game with no autosave and you notice the loading screen taking longer than usual, that's the thing about The Sims. We've never really had autosave. Why don't we have autosave in The Sims? I feel like not having autosave is such an outdated feature. Why don't we have it in The Sims yet? I think I know why, because a lot of bad things happen in The Sims. Like, your sim will randomly set themselves on fire and die, and you're like, oh, thank God I didn't save. Otherwise, I would have had to make a new sim. In that sense, I do understand why they haven't added autosave, but I would at least like just to have the ability to have autosave if I wanted to, like be able to turn the feature on and off, or maybe set like how often it autosaves if I do select it to autosave. It just seems like such a simple feature. Like, why haven't they put it in the game yet? Kits have zero impact on the release of other packs. Also, kits will not be made to supplement other packs. Kits will have standalone themes. EA honey, you've done camping before. This is just a refresh. It costs $5. You see, I'm at two minds with this one, because from one perspective, we have already had this theme before, and although it says kits will not be made to supplement other packs, we have already seen this behavior with My First Pet stuff, and technically this does supplement Outdoor Retreat because that one is a pack about camping. Also, this pack does come with items that are normally locked behind other packs. So it comes with a fire pit, which is usually a gameplay feature that's locked behind Outdoor Retreat, and it comes with a swing set, which is a feature that's locked behind Island Living and Seasons. So I find it weird that a Sims employee has actually said this, but there we go. Even though the latest pack for The Sims 4 that's about to be released is called Go Wild, literally about going outdoors, wild outside, and this is like an outside pack, so it seems like it does supplement other packs. Why are you lying for? I was browsing for cute rings online and had a very visceral reaction to this particular listing. Oh my god, no way! There is literally there is literally an eyeball ring. Oh my god, there is an official eyeball ring. I honestly want to petition for The Sims 4 to release real merch, like official Sims 4 merch, and I want there to be an official Sims 4 eyeball ring. That would be tragic but also hilarious. Dressed up like a Sims 2 teen. You see, a lot of the Sims 2 fashion, because The Sims 2 is so Y2K, a lot of that Sims 2 fashion is coming back in fashion now, which I think is quite funny, and the hairstyles too. The Sims resource really pisses me off. It's already whitelisted in my ad blocker. My computer runs Sims 3 with a ton of CC no sweat, but this bloody website slows it down to a crawl. I honestly hate the Sims resource with a passion. I do not care how good your CC is. If you are putting it on the Sims resource, I am not downloading it. The Sims resource is honestly the biggest capitalistic bitch in the world. It is more capitalistic and tragic than EA themselves, and that is saying something. If you have tried downloading CC via the Sims resource, you will know the struggle, and I can't believe how they just put a subscription model to make you pay to make it easier. It just seems so dumb, and it's full of so many ads as well, and like unnecessary loading times. Like, why are you making me wait a minute for a download to start? Like, what positivity do you get out of that in your life? What positivity are you bringing into the world? Although I will say, if you are stupid enough to pay for the Sims resource subscription, you are an absolute mug, and I have no sympathy for you. Hamburger cake in real life. Oh my god, that's literally crazy. I would love to try and remake some of the iconic Sims recipes. I would love to remake the hamburger cake, and I would love to actually remake the Sims 2 Ambrosia, which I know is very, very niche and specific, but that's what I want to do. I also want to make a Sims style grilled cheese, because we don't really do grilled cheese in the UK. Like, we have cheese toasties, but it's a little bit different. If you want to see me do a video remaking some classic Sims food in real life, please let me know down below, because I'd love to give that a go. I love reacting to hilarious Sims memes and things. I have tons of videos, including this one here where I do the exact same thing, so go watch that one now. See you in the next one.